Sega.
Okay, that looks like the introduction to Valkyria Chronicles. I've been really looking forward to casting this one. It's the first, like, modern-ish game I'm broadcasting about. Did a lot of stuff for my old library from, seriously, 10 to 15 years ago. But this is the attempt of me being relevant to something that's happening today. So, that said, let's click the start button, see where I go. Okay, so yeah, let's make a new game. Where's my mouse? Keyboard works. That was a click that did that.
The year was 1935 EC. Two powers controlled the continent. In the east, the sun rose over the autocratic East European Imperial Alliance, otherwise known as the Empire. In the west, a network of loosely allied democracies formed the Atlantic Federation. Both powers depended on a precious mineral, ragnite, for their survival, and its growing scarcity led to the inevitable war. Hostilities began in the east when the Empire aggressively crossed their western border. The Atlantic Federation responded, and the Second European War was on.
So clearly this is a real show. That was a map of Europe.
The Empire, with its vast military superiority, struck hard, gaining ground in early victories and putting the Federation on the defensive. Emboldened by their progress and momentum, the Empire set their sights beyond the borders of the Federation. In neighboring Gallia, a peaceful principality along the sea, they found their next victim. Gallia had long maintained its neutrality in the tensions between the two superpowers. But the rich stores of ragnite under the Gallian soil proved too tempting for the Empire. It amassed troops along the eastern border and invaded with all the force of an avalanche. Prologue. Gallia to arms.
So this immediately raises a little bit of commentary. Judging by the art style, I would think this is anime, and more to the point, I think it's something developed by a team either in Japan or someone highly influenced by anime. And as you know, in World War II, Japan was allied with Germany as part of the Axis. However, from what we've seen so far, it looks like we're kind of taking the role as one of the European nations that got, rolled over in the first part of World War II. So let's keep clicking around. My mouse is still not working, so hopefully I'll get to use it if need be. But right now I can just use my arrow here. All right, and so the text here is clearly like gibberish. Looks like we want to do this prologue. Gallia to arms. What's F for menu do? Character select. No, chapter select. Book mode. Okay, good. I can get to options if I need to. Enter didn't work. I had to hit space. Okay, I don't see how this is relevant to anything. I can't go, can't go to another screen or anything. Discard changes, yes. Oh, let's click. I want to click that to view this episode, yes.
The year was 1935
Which is
BC.
around the time of World War II.
Two powers controlled the continent. In the east, the sun rose over the autocratic.
This is the one we needed to go to. So,
March 1935. Outside the Gallian border town of Brule. Residents are leaving the town before the invasion, headed inland towards the capital.
I haven't been down this road in years. It really hasn't changed very much. Whoa. Already? Hey there, guys. You're beautiful. Starting early this year. You're heading upstream, huh? How's the water?
Freeze! Put your hands in the air. Slowly. Haven't seen you around before. What's your name?
My name's Welkin. And you are...
The one with the gun. We're with the Bruletown Watch. I'm Alicia. Alicia Melchiot. So, I'm wondering what you've been writing in that little book you've got there. Imperial spies are in the area.
This book is nothing, really. I was just sketching the fish and, you know...
Yes. Oh, I know. And you know there's a war on, don't you? All right then, Mr. Artist. We'll talk about fish sketching down at the station. Take him away.
fish.
Okay. I guess I'm not even entirely sure what this game is like, if it's just an adventure game or a strategy game. The person who recommended it said it was like turn-based combat, so I guess I'm looking to be surprised.
Flowers, bugs, and fish. You're not bad with a pen, are you? I have to say, they're really very good.
Thank you. So you see, I really was just sketching.
Maybe. Or this could be some kind of secret code. And I intend to take my time finding out for sure.
Great.
Welks? Is that you?
Isara! Oh, your timing is perfect.
What have you gotten yourself into now, Welkin? Wait. Don't you live at the old General's house? That's right. I'm General Gunther's daughter, Isara. You do know everyone's supposed to evacuate, right? Yes, I'm aware of that. My brother's here to help me move to the capital, but that may be difficult. I mean, unless you're willing to let him go, that is. Huh? I apologize, but I was just doing my job, you know. I saw you with the notebook and thought you were a spy. Again, I'm really sorry about that.
Thanks. Don't worry about it. I can see how I might have looked a little suspicious.
Welks has a real passion for observing nature. That's why he's studying it at the university, right?
Guilty as charged. I get so into it sometimes I forget where I am or that somebody might be watching me.
Gunfire! Everyone keep your heads down!
Over there! Come on! Damn it!
Welkin, you can handle a gun, right?
Yeah. I mean, I made it through training anyway.
Well, they're probably just a small scouting team. We should be able to take them out.
I'm with you.
Alright, so let's see what this is like. New episode. Yes, let's read about saving the game. Open the menu by pressing the F button. And select the save to record your progress, the Steam Cloud, cool, and hard disk drive. Saving is a good idea, as always, before, during, and after any combat op. Anything can happen out there. Good to know. And then we want to keep on going with the prologue.
Okay, here's the plan.
Eliminate the Imperial Scouts approaching Brule. Deploy from here and take out all three of them. Just cross the bridge and take them down as fast as you can. Our objective here is to eliminate all enemies. Let's take care of them one at a time, nice and easy. Okay. I win when all the enemies are defeated. Failure is when anyone dies or 20 turns pass. So
Let's get
find
started.
out.
Just stay calm and get it done.
Alright, player phase.
I see 3 of them.
That's 3 too many. Stay sharp. Listen a second. There's something I should explain.
Command points. Combat starts, you'll see a map of the area and your unit's positions. This is referred to as command mode. Here you'll select the unit you'd like to move based on their position respective to the enemy and press underscore, that is, or space. It's gotta be space, because underscore is a really weird button. Alright, doing so uses up one of your command points displayed at the top of the screen. They reflect your ability as a commander, and represent the number of times you can give instructions or control your units per each player phase. In this battle, you have 3 CP, so you can issue instructions to your units up to 3 times. Let's try moving a unit. So basically, this is turn-based. I was a little bit concerned that this was going to be a mildly interactive movie, but clearly I get to do stuff, so I'm very happy. Alright, this is turn 1 according to the top left. I forget what they usually said. Vulcan, Alicia, and Watcher. So,
Here we go.
Action points. Use CP to select a unit in command mode, and you'll be plunged into action mode. Here you can fully move the unit selected around the field. As you move around in action mode, the action points gauge at the bottom of the screen will gradually deplete. This represents that unit's mobility. Once it reaches 0, the unit will be unable to move any further. Keeping an eye on the unit's remaining AP while they are in motion is critical to keeping them safe. Okay, so there's a soldier there. For now, use Wuzzed to move near the sandbags. I like to play on E, but for the sake of compatibility, I'm going to stick with this. I could start moving stuff around, and in a first-person shooter I know what I was doing, but I don't... This game looks unique enough that I don't know how important other buttons are. Anyway, let's move over there. I clicked. I'm going to do this. You can see the thing at the bottom here was depleting a little bit. It got maybe down a third. About attacking, press the E button to enter target mode. There the unit will prepare to attack with the currently selected weapon. WASD to move crosshairs, or Q and E buttons to stab between targets. Enemies will not attack while you're in target mode, so take your time to aim well before pressing space to fire. Your shots will land somewhere within a circle surrounding the crosshair, so it's best to center it on the entire target. Shots to the head or other weak points will result in greater damage. The unit can only attack from target mode up to once per action, so choose wisely before you open fire. If the target strives to attack, they may launch a counterattack. Damaged units may not have the hit points to survive the enemy's counter, so be careful when planning your attack. Okay, it's telling me to use... Okay, so I hit Q to go into target mode, I think. And this is my mouse moving around like that. And I'm using WASD, W-A-S-D, to do this as well. I think it said... Yeah, Q will switch targets. There's guys, that guy's on the hill, that guy's in front of me. There's a guy behind some cover there. So let's do that. Let's hit space to shoot. He shot like 5 times. Alright, and then that guy responded with like 18 points worth of damage, about ending actions. With 0 remaining AP that has already performed an attack, the target node is unable to act further. Press escape to end the current action. This will return you to command mode, where you'll be able to select the next unit you wish to direct. This is kind of cool. You can press escape and end a unit's action even if they have not attacked and still. Okay. So... how many times is this gonna shoot me? Is he gonna run out of actions? Maybe I was misunderstanding. Not him. Let's take Alicia. Go over here behind his cover. That's interesting. It's like a mix between there, E. So he was continuing to shoot me despite the fact that I thought this was turn-based. She should crouch. I think her turn is over. If I'm understanding this right. And then for my third command thing, Watchman. Alright, he has unlimited ammo, which is nice. Space to crouch. E to go into combat mode. Space to shoot him. He did 8 points of damage to that guy. And then let's end the action. Your CP reaches 0, the player phase ends, the enemy begins. The enemy phase begins. One player enemy phase pair constitutes a single turn. The fewer turns you complete a mission in, the more cash and experience you will receive at the end, but being too hasty can lead to unnecessary risk. The key is to find a challenging balance. Make sense? Sure, it ends because you moved all 3 dudes. The enemy's gonna do stuff. We shot the guy that was really close. So what's this guy gonna do? Interesting. Okay. Now I get to go. Player phase. Used well, even a limited pool of CP can take out a significant number of foes. CP can be used in the same unit multiple times. For instance, 3 CP can be used to move 1 unit 3 times in a row. Perfect for cutting into enemy lines or hurrying past dangerous terrain. That said, people get tired. They'll start each consecutive action with fewer AP than it'll last, so keep that in mind. Use the cancel button to end your phase with CP still remaining. Those CP will be carried over the next turn. Okay. CP are precious. How you choose to manage it will decide your fate. Alright, so let's see if we can... Well, we can hurt just a little bit. She doesn't take any damage. Alright. So let's have Welcome.
Ready to go.
I don't know that I can keep him in cover. I'm concerned about that. However... Okay. So that's clearly cover. What's it going to tell me? Standing near sandbags, the command crouch will appear. To press space to crouch behind him while hiding behind cover units are harder to target, take less damage, are immune to headshots and critical damage. Meanwhile, units caught out in the open by enemy attacks will be easier to hit and can take significantly more damage. Advance carefully, moving from cover to cover, and always try to end your action staying hidden from harm. Doing so should keep your troops alive long enough secures victory for Gallia. Okay, so clearly I want to shoot this guy. Let's end his turn, right? Yes. Where is she?
Moving out!
She's standing. Target mode there. Got him. Cool. She's happy. We'll end her action. And we're gonna bring the Watchman up too. Stood him up. I'm gonna move him to the extent of his... Crouching. I guess this doesn't count as cover. And then we're ending my turn. shot at our dude, so my guy counterattacked him.
I don't see any more of them.
We got a B out of it, it looks like. Interesting. Keep going.
Miss Melchiot, there's no other sign of the enemy.
Good. Now, go keep watch and stay alert.
Yes, ma'am. What should we do with the bodies, ma'am?
We'll bury them. So it's begun. I'll do whatever it takes to protect the people of this town. I'll do it. Even going to war, I'll do it. What are those?
Seeds from the lion's paw. It blooms white, small, simple, and strong.
I want to be able to remember, once the war is over, that it wasn't all just people killing people. That even in war, there was also new life.
On the 15th day of the 3rd month of the year 1935, the Empire began its assault in earnest. A formal declaration of war was made upon Gallia. Though it was only a small front in a massive continental assault, what followed would prove that a tiny nation could best a military giant. These events would tell a story of tragedy hidden in the mists of time. A story of courage and of trust, of persecution and hate, and of love blooming even through the flames of war. What follows is a record of this conflict and of those who fought, lived, and died.
I'm hooked.